I want to quickly talk to you about LegalNature versus Firstbase versus hashtag legal. Of course, we're speaking about LLC formation services, and by extension, we're talking about company formation services in general. So not just LLC, but also S corporation, a C corporation, and so on and so forth. So we are going to compare and contrast LegalNature, Firstbase, and hashtag legal. So here's a review I want you to pay attention to. I want to first start with LegalNature. So when you think about LegalNature, I want you to think about a platform that provides very cheap solutions for people who need legal documentation, but do not want to spend big bucks hiring a lawyer. Okay. So when you think about LegalNature, this is not just about LLC formation, but you are thinking about legal assistance overall. And the cool thing about LegalNature is that they actually provides services for businesses and individuals. And I'm talking about all kinds of services, including a range of legal forms and templates. So think about LegalNature as a great legal resource for business owners with an even better price tag. And what we love about the LegalNature is that we love the fact that it's very easy to use. They have an excellent market reputation. They have a comprehensive document library. You have a very efficient customer support. That's pretty good. You have enhanced security, and you have a greater affordability and free trial. So that's really cool in terms of the flexibility. Let me talk a little bit about those pros, because those are our advantages. So when I say it's very easy to use, LegalNature has an intuitive UI, so user interface, that makes business formation easy and hassle-free. Also, LegalNature forms are streamlined and fully customized to your needs and only take a couple of minutes to complete. So that's really good. If you want to incorporate LegalNature has the resources that you might actually avail yourself of really fast. So that's really good. What about the disadvantages here? So they actually require credit card information, and you also have limited business registration customization. So LegalNature's plans are undoubtedly comprehensive, but there is no way to start a free trial with any of these options. Your only option is to take advantage of its monthly document library subscription, and they do not offer professional consultation. So if you need something beyond LLC formation, they don't have that. Folks, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. I want to talk a little bit about the LegalNature pricing and options, so you have a clear idea about the cost. And we think that LegalNature is one of the more affordable online legal services on the market, and not just for LLC formation, but for everything else. Okay, so now, of course, the LLC formation service costs about $40 to $45 plus state-specific fees. However, your total likely will increase due to other upsells and add-ons you can add to the service. And let me give you a list of the paid options you can consider. You have expedited processing, so they're charging you $175 to $225. You have registered agent services, $125, and sometimes some cases it goes all the way to $150. You have EIN, so if you want LegalNature to actually process your EIN for you, this will cost you $70. And for business license and permit search, $129. Corporate kit, $105. Standard mail shipping, $20, and FedEx shipping, $40. So you got to be really clear as to what you want before actually going through LegalNature. Otherwise, they will really explode. The service will explode your budget. Okay. And LegalNature's incorporation packages are also affordable. If you want to create, let's say, you want to create an S corporation, C corporation, or a nonprofit, you can choose from the following three plans. You have the starter, $39 plus state fees. Essentials, $179 plus state fees. And the pro will cost you $269 plus state fees. So this is an important element to keep in mind. And so now when we talk about LegalNature in terms of LLC services, you have a pretty comprehensive package, okay? And we're talking about basically you going through a process where you answer a few straightforward business-related questions, with the entire form taking less than 10 minutes to complete. And based on your answers, LegalNature then prepares and files your formation documents for you. That's for the LLC formation. And you also have online tracking, order reviews, and electronic document delivery, in addition to document preparation and state filing. So the flexibility is there. That's pretty good. And you also have LegalNature Incorporation services. This is really good. Again, we're talking here about S corporation, C corporation, or nonprofit. And you have LegalNature registered agent services. So long story short, you have a pretty comprehensive offer here when we talk about LegalNature in general. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about LegalNature versus Firstbase versus #legal. I want to talk to you now about Firstbase. So again, when we talk about Firstbase, we are talking about LLC formation or just incorporation in general, right? I first want to walk you through the pros and cons of a Firstbase so you have a better picture of the company itself. So what are the pros first? You have a very easy to use, a platform that's very easy to use, comprehensive services, substantial rewards, quick processing, great customer support, and Firstbase discovery. So when we talk about ease of use, Firstbase actually offers a user-friendly interface. Even if you're not tech savvy, you will find it simple to navigate. And the Firstbase doesn't just handle incorporation. It also helps with other startup needs like banking and compliance. That's really good. You have substantial rewards. With Firstbase, users will gain access to an exclusive network that offers perks valued at over $350,000 to $500,000. If you are in a hurry, Firstbase can help, and so you can have a quick turnaround time in your paperwork. I want to first talk about the cons, the drawbacks of using Firstbase. Now, Firstbase is not a substitute for legal advice, and in some cases, it can be pricier than some competitors. So, what do I mean by that? Well, when I talk about pricier than some competitors, it's just that there are other platforms such as Zen Business or Business Filings that might be more affordable yet offer fewer features actually. And Firstbase also is not even though it's a great platform for general incorporation, you might still need a lawyer for more challenging business and legal situations. So this is where I was telling you a little earlier that Firstbase doesn't become overnight a substitute for legal advice. Something that LegalNature actually, a problem that LegalNature doesn't have, for instance, because LegalNature has a constellation of templates and legal resources that can be really handy. That can come handy in some situations, but Firstbase is a little bit limited on that front. In terms of LLC formation, not a problem, but anything else, the platform might be a little limited. I want to talk to you now about the pricing. You can see the pricing on the screen here, and actually we have a series of screenshots I want to share with you. So here is the first screenshot I want to look at. So they're charging you $3.99 if you want to start a US-based business. So we're talking about LLC or C corporation, $3.99. And so this is the first screenshot I want you to look at. The second screenshot I want you to look at actually is the series of add-ons that you might have, and this actually you must be very careful, otherwise you'll be just exploding again your budget. So here you have like Firstbase is offering you expert bookkeepers, and they're charging you anywhere from $99 to $990. $99 per month or $990 per year. And you can also have a compliance. You can choose a business compliance plan. They're charging you $149 per year per state. So that's the second screenshot. The third screenshot is actually where they want you to have if you want to have a US business address. So that's the virtual mailbox. So Firstbase is actually offering you this also. So that's pretty interesting. But again, those are add-ons. So you can see the prices. So long story short, when we talk about Firstbase pricing and features, you have the Firstbase start, the Firstbase agent, and the Firstbase mailroom. So Firstbase starts, that's the $3.99 that I just showed you a little earlier, right? LLC or C corporation information. You have U.S. bank account opening, EIN, and more than $200,000 in deals and rewards. The Firstbase agent, that's the second screenshot that I showed you. Basically, you have a registered agent service in all 50 states, compliance reminders, document access, and tax filings. So this is kind of cool. And the third aspect is Firstbase mailroom. So basically, you have physical or virtual business address, and you have mail forwarding and document digitization. So basically, when we talk about the Firstbase mailroom, this is a great add-on if you need that kind of service. I mean, this is one of those things where you got to ask yourself, do I need this service? Yes or no? If you do, then this will be a great opportunity for you. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about LegalNature versus Firstbase versus #legal. I want to talk to you now about #legal. This is the third service in today's conversation. And when you think about #legal, I want you to think about simplicity, but also flexibility. We love the fact that #legal offers attractive options when it comes to LLC formation. And it's one of those things where you want to always have the flexibility there. So #legal focuses more heavily on providing streamlined paperwork preparation without additional cost or hassles associated with hiring attorneys. So this particular service allows customers to create a custom operating agreements tailored towards their specific needs while still adhering to applicable state laws and regulations. And furthermore, #legal also simplifies ongoing corporate maintenance and tasks such as you have a yearly filing requirements, document submission processes. So that's really good, okay? And we love the fact that in terms of fees, well, the thing is that #legal is on the affordable side, okay? And in terms of payment types, you have all kinds of payments accepted. So that's what we love a lot with #legal. We love the fact that they were very flexible, and also they will work with you when it comes to refunds. That's really cool. So you are able to request from #legal to have a refund if for any reason you're not satisfied with a service or you just change your mind. This is totally possible. But long story short, you really need to understand that when we talk about payment types, you have to actually document filing fees in advance. So you got to really factor those into depending on the case. And you want to make sure that you have a conversation with the #legal beforehand before you start anything. That way you're not surprised. They're not surprised. There's no misunderstanding. It's all about making sure everybody's on the same page before you start anything or before they start anything on your behalf. So that's important to think about it. So one thing we love about #legal is that they have great customer service, okay? And so this is kind of cool. And we're talking about 24/7 support. And #legal has handles on social media. So if for any reason you want to have a conversation with someone and they're not getting back to you over the phone, you can always go on social media. And actually, they are available on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So you can ask a question and somebody will get back to you. And they also have live chat, so you can have a conversation live with someone from #legal. And we love the fact that they are very quick. I mean, #legal is just fantastic. They actually have a speedy process. Okay, now of course the speedy process will also depend on what kind of service you pay for. But long story short, #legal provides more flexibility over time and budget considerations. So this is kind of cool. But when we think about #legal in general, what we love about the service is that basically, first of all, for the price they want you to contact them. So they do not publish the pricing information on the website. They want you to contact them. So you want to make sure that you talk to somebody from customer service. Okay. Now, #legal is definitely faster than other players in this field, especially when it comes to expedited service. That's really good. We love the fact that they are actually pretty flexible. It's one of those things where you want to talk to someone before actually initiating anything. Before starting the process, you want to talk to someone, okay? And you also want to make sure that you have all the confirmations in writing. Don't just talk to someone on the phone and just say, you know what, they promised me. They promised. No, no, no. You want to have things You want to have things written down so everything is pretty clear. So this is kind of cool, and we love the fact that #legal actually has also a great customer reviews online. So that's really good. So you have actually feedback from other customers who have tried and loved #legal. And the only thing we don't like about #legal is that they don't provide the appropriate level. I mean, they don't provide legal assistance with the level, with the depth and breadth that you might have, for instance, on Rocket Lawyer or LegalNature for that matter. So, but hey, listen, it is what it is. Let me give you an overview here. When we talk about LegalNature versus Firstbase versus #legal, which one should you go for, right? But before you make a decision, you have to first know that the LLC services work in a different way, and you got to know the method they work and be comfortable with that method before you choose the LLC service. So you want to think about how to contact the company, how to actually gather and file key documents with them. Is it electronic, or they want you to really mail it to them? Whatever. State processes actually when it comes to the filing itself. What is the role of the LLC service that you want? Do you want them to actually just prepare the paperwork and just file it for you, or you want to actually for them to take everything from start to finish? So you got to have a clear idea, okay? And also you want to think about your cost, because you have a lot of players. You have a lot of players in the industry, from BZ to a Zen Business to a Better Legal to so if you can't go with LegalNature or Firstbase or #legal, you want to go with the competition. But how much are you willing to pay, right? Because every state charges its own filing fee when it comes to LLC formation, and this fees range from around $40 up to $400, in some cases $800. And there may also be additional fees depending on the state in which you're establishing your LLC, including a fee to reserve your LLC name, business license fees, permit fees, and publication fees. So you got to really have, again, the point I'm trying to make here is that you need to really have a clear idea about how much you are going to pay overall. And so it's important now. An LLC service can help you understand exactly what your fees will be for your state and ensure that you don't miss any critical forms or permits that may be specific to your business type or industry. That's kind of important. And of course, you can always create an LLC for free. If you can do stuff yourself, you still have to pay the state filing fees though. But everything else you can do it yourself. I mean, we're talking about choosing a name for your LLC. You can do it yourself. Deciding in which state or states you will register your LLC. You can do it yourself. File articles of organization, also referred to as a certificate of formation. This you can do it yourself. You can be your own registered agent. You can write the operating agreements that describes your LLC, how your LLC will be set up and run. Those things you can do yourself. Okay. The question, you can also apply for an EIN with the IRS. Yes, for sure. So it's all about you thinking about how much your time is worth. That's the thing. So here is our decision here. LegalNature versus Firstbase versus #legal. Which one should you go for? In this comparison, we don't have a definite sort of a favorite, because the LegalNature, Firstbase, and #legal, they all have their pros and cons. Now, it all depends on what you want. LegalNature is great for legal advice and a wide array of templates, and also in addition to LLC formation. Firstbase is also great in terms of the virtual mailbox and all that kinds of stuff, even though Firstbase is a little more expensive in our view. And then #legal also is great, but there are some services that they don't have. So you got to really ask yourself. We don't have a preference. So every service is different depending on a specific goal. you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Into this conversation, I just talked to you about LegalNature versus Firstbase versus hashtag legal. I gave you the review, the overview, the decision, and now the recap. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.